newspaper. Look at this childishness. Attention, attention. Listen to your forgotten children. Since they've abandoned us, the least they could do is raise our wages. Look at us sleeping in the staircases, covered in dust. Look at the children of the newspaper companies, living a life of wealth and luxury. And they say, can't they get 10 cents more? Pathetic. These children don't know what they're talking about. I've had it with these kids ruining our business. They need to know that we provide them with the economic support they need. We are the reason they have a roof over their heads, warm food for their bellies, and a place to sleep. All at the cost of a couple newspapers. And how do they repay us? With rebellion, insolence, and violence. We are not cruel tyrants. We are loving parents. We care for them as if they were our own. As any parent would, we discipline our kids. In fact, there are multitudes of children who would love to switch places with them. Children who work in factories. We do not subject them to heavy machinery unlike 90% of other factory jobs. And in return, they only have to do one simple thing. Sell our papers. Where the crucial distribution of information rests in the hands of these young men. Look outside your window. Do you see the masses of children? Look at the 12-year-old protesting. He can barely pronounce the word strike. Look at the 16-year-old troublemaker organizing his minuscule union of kids. Instead of supporting his family, his father, his mother, his siblings, he is instead making their job even harder. Parents, it is up to you to save the great American press by taking the example from the great disciplinary himself. Whoever spares the rod hates his children, but the one who loves his children is careful to discipline him. We, the editors of the press, only do our absolute best to give you the quality and accurate information you need. So please, and I speak to you parent to parent, to properly discipline and redirect your children as they are, indeed, the future of this country. Parents, instill in these children the values commanded upon our Heavenly Father. Instill in them the patience and obedience of Christ. Do not be mistaken. I see great potential in these children to be the next generation of American leaders. If, and only if, they are properly educated about the delicate and complex structure of the American economy and the system of the press. They must prove their loyalty to this country by exhibiting obedience to the very company that allows them the gracious opportunity to provide them for their families. Parents, we must obey the will of the common man, not the common child, who does not even know that their actions will damage the economy. In fact, by limiting your access to the newspaper with their idleness, their very actions are on the border of violating your First Amendment rights. It may not seem like it to you, but our wealth supports the American economy so that you and everybody else can afford housing, education, and much more. But your children are causing quite a commotion. So many poor, lost souls are starving and dying on the streets, not because of their wages, but because of their refusal to work. They are victims of their own wicked and idle hands. We provide these children with homes, with security. Do you think we are unfair to them? These pitiful children want to and believe that they can divide and conquer. But they simply do not even understand that phrase. We must enlighten the next generation instead of pushing them to take on the path of rebellion.